If you need sovereign cloud to be compliant, you designed it wrong. Sovereignty is not geography, it is leverage. And if your compliance strategy begins with relocating workloads instead of redefining control, you are not solving risk. You are relocating dependency. Strategy is not relocation. Sovereign cloud is a hosting model. Sovereignty is a power model. Hosting answers, where does data sit? Sovereignty answers, who can deny you access to your own system? Those are not the same question. If the vendor revokes your tenant tomorrow, what happens? If your answer is, that cannot happen, you do not have sovereignty. You have optimism. Compliance does not fail at the data center. It fails at the control boundary. Regulators care about access, encryption authority, operational interruption, legal compulsion exposure. If your control model depends on vendor stability, your compliance posture depends on vendor stability. That is not resilience. That is delegated trust. You did not lose sovereignty in the cloud. You lost it in the boardroom. Architecture follows incentives, and incentives rarely optimize for control. Procurement optimized for discounts, feature density, vendor alignment. Nobody negotiated. Cryptographic authority, operational override independence, escalation containment. You optimized for price. Now you call it strategy. Managed services reduce operational burden. They also reduce operational authority. First infrastructure, then patching, then identity, then keys, then governance. At some point, you are not operating a system. You are renting behavior. Comfort feels like maturity until politics change. Data residency is about where data sleeps. Sovereignty is about who can wake it or kill it. Remember that. Sovereignty is structural. It requires cryptographic authority. If you do not control the keys, you do not control the system. Identity authority. Identity is the constitution of your architecture. Exit viability. If migration has never been executed, it is not an exit strategy. It is a comforting story. Do not sell sovereignty as ideology. Sell it as leverage. Vendor negotiation improves when you can migrate. Regulatory defensibility improves when you control keys. Resilience improves when authority is internal. Sovereignty is bargaining power, and bargaining power has ROI. Sovereignty is not a deployment attribute, it is a control topology. Control topology defines power distribution. Power distribution defines resilience. Resilience defines compliance durability. If you try to purchase sovereignty instead of designing authority boundaries, you will build a compliant architecture that is politically fragile. You didn't lose sovereignty in the cloud. You surrendered it in the decision model. If you need sovereign cloud to feel compliant, you designed it wrong.